Hi, I'm Yemaya.
And I'm Emma. We went to this Thai place, and we like Thai food, so it was so good. It was really spicy.
Yeah, it was really good. I thought you were gonna say the
little dough ball.
Yeah, there's like this street food that's like I've had, like beignets or something like that. I guess every culture kind of has their own version of like fried dough dipped in sugar.
Yeah. But this was like raw dough, like the center was just like raw dough. It was so gooey and like warm and delicious. So good.
And it was like less than €1 too. So
nice.
Cheap, yeah. And it was like dipped in powdered sugar. Oh,
ooh.
So good.
Everything should be dipped in powdered sugar. I mean, probably not, but yeah.
For health reasons, but like,
right. Yeah. For taste reasons.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Of course. Well, we were in the middle of the downtown Amsterdam, so we didn't really see windmills per se.
I feel like I might have seen some in like souvenir shops or like when we were on the train. Yeah.
Oh, on the train, like maybe one or two.
More so bikes.
Oh, there were a ton of bikes.
Yeah.
And they don't have crosswalks. That was interesting to me. Like they didn't really have crosswalks, but you just like when you go, you have to watch out for the bikers because at night, like not a lot of them have lights on them.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you don't know what was coming and out.
Yeah, it's even freaky because they have like their children on the bike.
Yeah.
So it's like you'll see like
nobody has helmets.
Yeah.
Nobody has helmets.
Just a baby, and it's like, oh my god, what if they crash? Like, I didn't think about that, but like.
But like in the cars sometimes.
I don't know how we got from bikes from windmills to bikes, but
it's also the tram. You have to watch our bikes, cars, trams,
but no windmills.
There was a lot of evidence.
Yeah.
You could say you could smell like weed everywhere.
Yeah, and like okay, so I have this thing. Do you know what drunk face is? It's like when it's like 2 p.m. and someone's trying to show on their face that they're not drunk, but you can tell that they're day drinking and walking down the street. You don't see that really. You see like this person's on drugs face at like 2 p.m. and it's like we're trying to get lunch, but this person's like obviously indulging in Amsterdam.
Didn't like get in the way.
What you surround yourself with.
Yeah.
Like if you're just out walking
and trying to get like dough pastries, then you're good. But if you're looking for it, then
right. And if you were looking for it, you would go to these coffee shops. They serve coffee, but they also offer like all these types of weed, and we walked in one just to see what it was like, and it was interesting. I went to two museums. I went to the Van Gogh Museum, or how they say it, Van Gogh or something like that. I really liked it. They did a really cool display of like throughout like his earlier works, and then it got to like the point of his death. And one of my favorite ones was the Blue Irises one, and I think it was originally purple, and like the colors faded, it like turned blue.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, it was kind of cool to see that. And then I went to the Anne Frank house, and that was so powerful. Like just to see where Anne Frank and her family stayed for 2 years, and then before like a week before the liberation, they got caught. I was so moved by it, and like it goes to show like you can't really take life for granted. So. All of it.
I'd say take a bike and go around and see everything. Just because like I don't know, I guess the whole tourist thing, you get wrapped up in everything that they want tourists to see, but there's so much more places, and I'm actually like a little sad that we went and we didn't see anything really that's like residential, like the people of actual Amsterdam, not tourists, like where they live and where they operate and like raise their families. So yeah, I'd say take advantage of all of that. Like we took a ferry ride up to the northern quarter of it, and we didn't really walk around. We just kind of walked the tiniest bit around the like edge and then came back. but I would definitely go back and see where people who like are actually from Amsterdam like live, not just work.
Amsterdam is one of those places where I guess like modern day society hasn't totally destroyed it in a way. Like in London, like there's things that accommodate everybody, but in Amsterdam it's more like a laid back kind of like everybody's here, you know. I don't know how to explain it.
I feel like you're trying to say like it's not too American.
Right.
Influenced by America.
Yeah.
It's nice.
The red light district. It's like I had never seen anything like it before, and it was, I guess, like a shock. It was just like, oh, like I didn't like realize that like this was a big thing. Like, I thought it was like, oh, you know, like prostitution, like that's everywhere, kind of. But it was, like they sold, like they were advertising it, and it was interesting to see like that culture. Like I remember we were looking at this building, and there was like kind of like a basement area with a window, and on the bottom it was just a family having dinner. And right above them was a window with
a woman that was half naked, like
just dancing.
And
it was so like it was so bizarre to see that like contrast. And it's just so normal for them.
Yeah, if you're raised with it, then it's not a big deal.
Right.
But like in America it's so taboo. It's just it's interesting. We talked about this. I would say maybe for a month.
Yeah, I would want to I want to settle down for a little bit, but not for the rest of my life. It's a bit freaky, to be honest. Just because I'm used to being censored, you know, like the censorship of America or anything. Just it was fun for a vacation, but I couldn't imagine everyday life, like so many things that are taboo for us, like just being in my face. I don't know. It doesn't feel very relaxed. It's more like fun town. Yeah. I could maybe if I lived in like a town right outside of Amsterdam, you know, like I could see myself getting a bike and being happy, doing something like that, but not for too long.
I like the bike culture a lot.
Yeah.
It was like you didn't really see many cars. It was just a lot of bikes.
And they're like nice cruiser bikes too. It's not like
nobody likes
trying
bikes.
To get really fast.
Nobody locks up their bikes too.
Is it just because everyone has their bikes, so why would you steal anyone else's?
To steal one.
Like, no, I got mine. I like mine.
Exactly. And there are a bunch of houseboats on the
river.
Yeah. I say anybody who has the chance to go should definitely go.
Yeah.
It's a totally different culture than any I've ever experienced. So.
Yeah, I'd do it again. For sure. So someone else should try it as well.